Hi, welcome in Line by Line. Today we have a very special edition. We will analyze my song. And for that, I invited Jack and Manuel. Hi, guys. Yeah, Jack, would you like to read it?
Yeah. If I would gaze upon the sun, wouldn't it make me blind? Or maybe I should look within to further my own mind? If I would gaze into the abyss, we will become allied. It would reciprocate my gaze, its dark, deep, dreamy eyes. What should I do, my dear abyss? Please help me to survive. Don't fall on me, my dear girl. Go to the world, alive, allied, alive, allied.
Jack got sucked into the abyss as well.
If I would gaze upon the sun, wouldn't it make me blind? Not for Manuel, apparently.
Well, the first thing that reminds me of is this concept of the darkness of God. It's like what's behind the sun, right? Like the thing that you can't see because the light is blocking it. So that's definitely where it takes me as well. But it also takes me to Plato, right? Plato looking at the sun, being blinded, taking time to adjust. And then my own experience with that is, well, yeah, like I've had a depression, right? And like I literally had that experience that I went outside of my house and I couldn't deal with the light of the sun because it was too painful. Like it was blinding. Like it literally hurt me. And I literally had the experience about like not wanting to go outside because I had to deal with the light of the sun.
Wow. The giver of life. Well, it sounds like it sounds hopeless, you know, like when, gosh, you said no theory, but like when Plato was talking about the sun, right? Like the sun, the good, right? The good sun that emanates these light rays of truth and
beauty.
And beauty, truth and beauty, yeah. I don't think he's talking about literally the sun, right? He's talking about another, like a more, like we know now there's like many stars in the sky, and there's okay, what is this ineffable star, right? That we're speaking of. That really emanates these lights. It's like gazing upon the sun, like, you know, you just look up and you sun gaze at the sun and you think that's it. I mean, it would make you blind in many senses, more than just your eyesight.
Okay.
So I think it's asking the question of, but I don't think the sun, that's kind of sun is specified. Like, you know, when they say you see the face of God, it's like, it's awful, right? It's just so full of awe. You're like, you can't take it. You know, you go insane. You know, don't go chasing God, right? I think they say that. Yeah.
Wow.
But then that other line, or maybe I should look within my within to further my own mind. It's like the person who's writing it, or the protagonist in this poem, whatever person that's about, is seeing these things as exclusive. Like you can't do both at the same time. So either I would gaze upon the sun, or I would look within. Right? And they're asking if I gaze upon the sun, would it make me blind? And they're asking if I look within, is it to further my mind? I don't know.
You are close. We should not look at God, right? At some point. Because when I wrote, if I would gaze upon the sun, wouldn't it make me blind? It was the idea, the sun is this ideal of light, of warmth, of life, right? And if you would only look at it, we would not notice anything else. Like you would actually only be able to see light, right? And you would look only for the light and everything. You would not notice the rest of the world. And so that's what I meant. You would be blinded. And in the moment when I wrote it, by the sun, I would mean this ideal person, perfect human being that you would create in your head, this ideal basically. And I would look at this ideal, and everybody else who would not adhere to the ideal, I would be oblivious to them. Like, not ideal, gone. Not ideal, gone. Right? And
Right.
so that's what I meant when I said, if you would only gaze upon the sun, it would make me blind. Then within, I'm the opposite of ideal in there. And because, yes, so because I was able to recognize it, because I'm the opposite of ideal, I should look within and direct my attention there in order to make it better, further, more expand. Because I was like, looking only up in the sun is narrow in a sense. And when you go inside, you can expand your vision somehow.
Or maybe I should look within to further my own mind. So yeah, I think that's definitely contrasting with the previous line. So the looking within, the sun is definitely this shining thing outside in some sense, right? Like it's outside of my apartment, right? But
Yeah.
it's the most important thing outside, right? Like it's the thing that always grabs our attention. It's necessary for all the other things. And then looking within, it's a different world, right? Like when I meditate, for example, like I don't see the sun. I don't relate to the sun. I'm in this in my own world, not only my mind but also my body. And the time that I spend there is to serve my capacity to participate under the sun. So the furthering of my mind, the development of my mind, is in some sense necessary to allow me to look at the sun, right? Like that literally happened, right? Like I was depressed, started doing all of these meditative practices, and it allowed me to go outside and participate with the sun without being blinded like I used to.
That's good.
I mean, in there, like it sounds to me like the sun is just an ideal, like an ideal beloved.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're like, I'm not worthy, you know, like I'm too sinful for this.
Oh, maybe small.
Because
that's the thing that's further in my own mind. It's like because my ideal is this absolute wisdom, absolutely all-knowing intelligence somehow, right? And compared to that, I feel kind of narrow-minded, and that's why what I meant by further in my own mind, because the ideal is one thing is light, but also the intelligence. Like that's what I thrive for. But there is another type of intelligence, which is darkness as well. Like sun is one type of intelligence, but there is knowledge also in the darkness, which is comes further. I know that sun is blinding, that too much light is blinding, and it makes you not recognize the dark things too much. Like you will just like, you know, like those Buddhist monkeys that I don't see evil, I don't hear evil, I don't speak evil, right? That's what it represents. You will get to that state where you will just shade away all the evil from the world. And actually, if you do that, I don't think you solve much of it. And
there's certain kinds of lights though, right? There's a light where we shine it only. There's already light, and then there's light that can be shown on the darkness as well. So you are seeing the darkness because the light's being shown upon it.
Like, oh, beautiful. What do you think, Manuel?
Well, yeah, like there's no darkness without light, right? So if you're seeing the darkness, right, like that is as a consequence of the light, like that's the contrast, right? Like, and in some sense, darkness isn't a thing because it's the absence of things, right? But if we're looking at evil or whatever, right? Like I like this saying that evil uses good, right? Because the things that evil uses in order to be effective have to be good, else they can't use them, right? Like they just disintegrate in and of themselves, right? Like they would be parasitic. So yeah, even evil is dependent on good, and like you said, Nodrik, like there's lessons in evil, right? And we have to relate to it in a way, right? But the question is, how do we relate to it, right? Like, do we relate to it by looking at it, or are we looking at something else and then having that inform our interaction?
Yeah.
If I would gaze into abyss, we will become alive. So it's in well, I didn't point that out in the first time, but it's both an anticipation of what would happen, right?
I think you can even take it further here because it's a total, it's a sum, it's a reciprocation thing, even like the anticipation. Yes,
it's an anticipation. It sounds to me like you're like turning away from the sun. Like in the song, it sounds like, no, if now you're considering, what if I just gaze into the abyss, this black deep hole on which nothing shines, and then we will become allied. So it connects you with something.
yeah, but first of all, I already anticipate that it will not blind me. I don't see that it would blind me to the light. I think I'm accustomed to the darkness at that stage. Not only I'm accustomed to the darkness, I attach love to it. Because like I would read it further, it would reciprocate my gaze with its dark, deep, dreamy eyes, which was back in the day inspired by Nietzsche quote. Even though he meant it in a negative sense, I mean it in a love sense, right? If you look into abyss long enough, the abyss will stare back at you. But for me, And if I will just gaze at it, it would immediately reciprocate my gaze. And it would be beautiful. Like this is this romanticism of darkness, right? Dark, deep, dreamy eyes. Like in the darkness, all our eyes are dark somehow. Like I feel already allied with the darkness here, because like, this is absolute assurance of that. And I feel home and not blinded and comfortable and loved in the abyss. It's like place of acceptance, you know, shared feelings, somehow understanding. What comes alive for you guys?
Well,
something doesn't sound very good about what you're describing. It sounds dark. I don't know how else to describe it. Sorry, Manuel. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so two things come to mind. The devil, you know, right? Like there's comfort in the devil, you know. You don't know what's out there, right? Like what's going to replace the devil, you know. And especially if you can't look into the light, then yes, right? Like maybe the devil, you know, is the right choice. And then secondly, succubus, right? Like it's the temptation of lust that will suck you, right? Like it will. I think succubus is related to paralysis as well, right? So when the succubus is feeding on you, right? Like they're paralyzing you, and they're taking your energy, right? So but they're giving something back, right? Like they're giving love, satisfaction, right? Like that's in the deal.
Mm-hmm.
And the allyship, right? Like allyships is something that lasts over long periods of time, right? So it's a commitment to each other. It's a commitment in the getting lost in it, right? Like there's an absorption element that I feel coming from there.
Like you get lost in the abyss, and then the abyss, in turn, the abyss gets lost in you. Like there's this mutual reciprocation that is being perceived here.
Well,
there's a feeling that the abyss gives back as you give to the abyss.
Yeah. So what I feel is, I like the contrast that was back earlier, right? So there's this idea, right? Like the sun is outside, and then there's my mind within, right? And they have a relationship, and I feel that relationship is coming up again, right? So the abyss is outside, right? Like it's not me, it's separate.
Yeah.
But I'm inviting it in, right? So I'm partaking of the abyss. So now the abyss becomes part of me.
I get it. Yeah.
That's not how I meant it. So if I will look at the sun will try to change me. It will blind me. The abyss.
Try to change it.
Yeah.
Well, it'll try to change you.
It will change me the moment I'm
It
like
just
staring
does.
at it. it was just like, there, you're different now. You're blind. And the moment I look into abyss, the abyss will, first of all, the abyss will see me. The abyss will recognize me. The abyss will reciprocate me, and the abyss will look at me. Like the abyss will be like. So
Is it promising you
actually,
these things?
no, it's just my thought, right? Like it's the thing is,
Oh,
I'm worthy of the abyss, maybe. I don't know.
has it come to you, or
No.
have you gone to it? You've gone to the
No.
abyss.
No.
Oh,
I
you're pondering.
will. It's first of all, at this moment, it's a theory, right? Like at that stage, it's I'm at the moment where I'm theorizing. Like I'm like, the sun will not see me. The sun will immediately change me, but the abyss will see me, and the abyss will look at me, right? Like I'm actually already attaching endearment to the abyss rather than the sun, regardless of truth. It's my state of mind back. It's 2 years ago when I wrote this song. By the way, I premiered that song on this day, 26th of April, 2020. So it was 2 years ago, and there would be a question: sun or the abyss? And I would be like, sun is one thing, but the abyss is like, yeah, it would be the choice in between.
Yeah. Right.
I do not have gone into contact with the actual abyss. It's
Well, the choice.
yeah, but
Yeah,
the
You
choice
have these choices in life.
I think it's like more self-esteem thing. Like, are you worthy of sunlight, or are you worthy of darkness? And then we would be like, yeah, I'm worthy of darkness, and I will feel really not judged in the darkness. I feel very comfortable there. Just home. Yeah.
Do you judge are there others in the darkness with you?
No, it's just like me and the
Oh.
darkness. I'm very much in a company of my own abyss.
Your own abyss. So in the light,
Mm-hmm. The light is
that
outside, abyss is also outside. They both are outside kind of directions.
oh, but you'd be comfortable within your own abyss. So
Yeah,
there's
I'm
an abyss
inviting
within.
one thing in to further my own mind.
So you're inviting the sun and you're inviting the abyss, right? Is that what I was asking?
Well, I think it's the deliberation, right? Like the song is a deliberation. Whether I should go with the sun or should I go with the abyss? And it's the both of the verses are introduced with "if I would," right? So there's a projection towards the future, and we can start introducing the last verse. And the last verse is asking a question, and the question is,
I
what
made a
should I
choice
do,
at that point. Yes.
my dear abyss? Right. So there's now an affirmation of a position, while previously there was an exploration of the potential.
So the song is the reasoning behind choosing a teacher, or like a thing. Like if it would be the sun, I would be blind. And blindness, I mean not physical blindness, but not noticing the suffering of others. If I would be with the abyss, I would notice the suffering of others, and I would be able to deal with it, like help it and stuff. I cannot, if I function in the light, then there is no helping to anyone. It's just this.
Sounds like you flipped the two. from my perspective,
Probably.
like, how are you helping people if you don't have light?
I always have light. I'm not.
You can think you're helping them.
No. That's not the thing. I'm not
You can project help.
joining. I'm not becoming one of each. I'm allied, right? It's a different thing. I'm looking for allies. Nobody becomes. I do not become the abyss, or I do not become the sun. I'm further in my mind. This means, where do I get the education from, right? Who is my teacher here? And I chose a teacher, the abyss, because apparently at that stage when I wrote this song, I felt more comfortable and recognized in the abyss. Maybe as opposed to the abyss. Like,
Yeah,
in
so
order to conquer a monster, you should become a monster.
well, that definitely works. What? Yeah, well, like there's two ways to deal with a thing, right? Like one is you're stubbornly trying to muscle through, and the other one is you cooperate with it, right? Like you go with a more like dynamic dance attitude into it. And I know you didn't mean it that way, but I associated the abyss with this dark energy or something, right? Like this welling up of power, of agency.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're granting me the capacity to do these things without requiring things of me, right? Like that's the acceptance that I feel that you're talking about. And the question that you ask is, please help me survive, right? So there's that is not, that's not turned towards the world when I hear that, right? Like help me survive is also like, okay, like I got this internal world and like I need help sorting this internal world. And when I look at this idea of having an internal world, I can imagine acceptance, right? Like being accepted is definitely really important. So yeah, let's just read the whole end so that everybody's on the same page. What should I do, my dear abyss? Please help me to survive. Don't fall in me, my dear girl. Go to the world alive, 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 alive.
Hold on. There's a what do you call it? A switch in viewpoints here. Don't fall in me, my dear girl. That sounds like the abyss talking.
Yeah. I asked the question to abyss. I needed help, right? That's the reason. I was at the crossroads, and then the sun would not help me. The sun would just change me, and the abyss would help me. That was my initial idea. So I would ask abyss to help me, and the thing in question would be survival, apparently. And the abyss that recognized me immediately loved me, and they said, "Don't fall in me, my dear girl. Go to the world." So the abyss would be like, "You have my protection."
You're under my roof.
Yes, under my roof,
my-
the roof of the abyss darkness thing.
Yeah, the roof of evil and deceit. Now go into the
Abyss
world.
is not, yeah, but
Wait,
that's
wait,
the
you've fallen
thing.
enough. You can go out. You can go out now.
No, it's not that, Jack.
You can go wreak some havoc. Go wreak some havoc.
No, abyss is not havoc in a sense, right? So
Well, no, but
yeah,
you, the dear girl. It's like, don't fall in me more.
oh,
I've infected you enough. Now go out into the world.
Abyss didn't
Alive.
affect me at all.
Allied. It did not. Well, it didn't feel like it affected. Like
No. I ask help from, let's say I asked help from the abyss, and the abyss's help would be to ask me not to become dark. So abyss, whatever abyss recognized in me, he would be like, oh, you should not fall in me. Like, you should not become dark. You have to go outside. But remember, befriend your monster. Be alive, but befriend the monster that you have within you, basically. So the idea that I'm trying to say in that song, right? Do not be blind to the darkness and to the suffering. See it, recognize it, but don't get affected by it. And go into the
Hashtag
world.
stoicism. Oh.
Yes, here I
Lux
can
reading stoicism.
accept it. No,
You
nothing
shine
to
a
do
light
with
on
Lux
the light,
reading.
and you analyze the dark. That's Lux reading
Yes.
stoicism.
I mean, in here,
You don't
I
be
was
with it. You just analyze it.
I was ready to give up, per se, and I looked straight into the darkness's eyes, and the darkness was like, oh, you're not one of us. You're not the dark one. Just like, go into the world, don't fall in, like, I got, basically that song is a rejection by the darkness. The moment I was ready to further my own mind and become not into direction of light, but into direction of the abyss, and I kind of, yeah, I'm here. The abyss itself rejected me. So that's the
So-
story.
What is
The abyss
doesn't?
seen me.
What does the abyss not like? Because it obviously it didn't like something about you. There's something about you where it's like, get out of here. It's like, this is too much.
The abyss.
You're smothering me.
The abyss is the thing that is potential, in my opinion. Light is the thing that gives energy. It's like this energy force, but the abyss is a place where anything can happen. It's like it's a realm of chaos and possibility, right? And when the realm of chaos and possibility seen me, they will be like, oh, if you will fall inside, you will be gone. But we see the potential, we see you, we recognized you, we reciprocated you, we seen through you, and you are not the one who has to be inside the darkness. You're the one who has to be in the real world, not with the sun, in the fucking real world.
Which one?
So,
Which one?
can you share with us what it means to be seen?
Seeing the potential. Jack, what were you going to ask?
Well, it sounds like the abyss. Like the sun shines potential for change, right, from outside of you, right? You get energy. It gives you the ability to make vitamin D. You get a sunburn. You get tan. You get all these things. But the abyss like the sun shines it on you. The abyss. It sounds like you're saying the abyss brings it inside of you. Or
The abyss, none of them are inside of me. Neither.
None of
Like,
them.
neither the
Okay.
abyss, neither the sun, like none of them had been inside of me. I'm like the separate third entity from them. It's the thing, where would I look for help? The sun would not help me, but the abyss would help me, because at the stage that I was at, only the darkness could understand me. So I was looking for acceptance and understanding. So I came for help to the darkness and abyss, to this realm of possibility, but also realm where anything is possible. But yeah, and.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I'm coming there, and I need help, I need guidance. And the abyss is like, get out. No, not guidance. We will guide you outside of the realm, that the realm of possibilities, just go live your life. That's
So
it.
in itself, separated from you, which has more potential, the abyss
They're
or the
different.
sun?
They cannot function without each other. Sun is the thing that feeds it. It's the energy that feeds it. But the chaos, the dark part, is the idea of creation and thought. It's like, let's say, sun is the maximum male energy, but abyss is the darkness, female energy. And the creation, all the different things that come out of it. And sun, like, they can only come out if the sun will shine light upon them, right? Like here, like they would make this light bulb. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Let me play with that. So I'm trying to play with creation, right? So how do I do? Anyway, so in order to create something, the idea will spark, but the idea doesn't spark in light. The idea sparks in darkness. Then you will need the light to make the idea true somehow. So I would play with that idea. The abyss is potential, not the sun. The sun is the thing that just ball of energy out there. And in order to realize anything, we will first have to have the idea. And the abyss itself, it has good, bad, it has everything. It's not like the abyss is devil. No, that's not how I see the abyss. Abyss I see as realm of possibility. Anything can happen in there. Anything can be materialized in there.
The female energy.
Yes.
It's also where life comes from.
Maybe. But
it's the birthplace of things. Yeah.
It's the birthplace. Yeah.
So for me, abyss is this good place. They're both good. One of them is just too strong by itself. It will just... Yeah, if I will focus, like, that's what I thought, why the dichotomy was, if I look at the sun, I will become narrow, I will become blind. But if I will look inside, my mind will be expanded and further, right? But the abyss, on the other hand, is like this whole third realm of possibilities in there. Maybe I should delve into this creative thing, right? When I can take out anything I want. I can materialize anything I want. It's like ultimate creation. But that ultimate creation thing, get out of here too. So basically the answer is to further my own mind.
The association I get is in fairy tales, right? You have the world of fantasy, right? Where you can get in, right? Like it's also in Alice in Wonderland, right? And then when you're in there, you're not supposed to eat and drink, right? Like you're supposed to keep yourself separate, right? Because if you partake, you get lost in it, right? Like it takes you over, right? Like you lose your grounding.
Alice in Wonderland she goes into abyss. She literally climbs into a rabbit hole down. Like that whole thing is for me representation of the abyss. There is no light in Alice in Wonderland. The creatures that she meets in there, they're parts of the abyss. Their realm of absolute possibility. There would be a Mad Hatter. There would be a mouse drinking in a teapot, like super sleepy and things. Right? This is the abyss. Like Alice in Wonderland, actually a story of a girl that dives in deep into abyss. That's how I see it. Like I do believe that viewer might not understand the abyss in the same way as I do.
I do now. Yeah, you've made it very clear.
Thank you.
I think we're thinking of different things. I was thinking of the abyss, like sort of chaos, and hell, and the making you, like that thing that makes you feel like you're changing and you have potential, but really it's just sucking you, right? It's just sucking the life out of you, and then the energy is that thing that you have to conform to. It may feel like it sucks, but it's just is. It's just changing you. It just is, and you're evolving from it, right? From its energy, its life source. But now I can see that the abyss is from where things are birthed, where things are born. But I don't know what is the sun in that.
Sun
the sun
is
is
the
more
energy.
masculine than what is the okay.
Sun is this ultimate strong, powerful energy, but it's not a creative thing. It's just the thing that gives light to everything. Like, for example, if I get out of the abyss, here it is. It's a little idea of this tree that has to grow. So here I have this tree. It has to grow, and where should I plant it? So I plant it in the outside world. And then I will look at the sun. Okay, sun, don't blind me. Like, there is this little tree. I would need you to nurture it and make it grow. So sun is the thing that gives resources to grow things that were taken out of the realm of possibilities, which is the abyss, into the real world. So there are 4 places here: sun, abyss, my own mind, and real world. That's what at the end the last place comes out, the 4th place. Go to the world alive. So I'm starting with the 1st place, sun, 2nd place, my own mind. Then I travel into abyss, possibility, and the end of it, the pinnacle, like the solution, would be reality. So reality is the final level.
So,
Jack, are you okay? Did I break your brain?
the way I read the last part after all of this explanation.
Wait a second. Jack, do you need a minute?
No, I'm good. I'm fine.
You need some sun, okay?
I want that. Yeah.
So yeah, the way that I read the last part is a girl who's really lost, right? She's grasping for what could help her out, right? Like trying to find the answer, and then the answer is don't look for an answer, and just live your life.
Yeah,
you're already
live
born.
your life.
Why do you need to be born again?
The realm of possibilities. Get the fuck out of here. Just go
Like,
and live your world.
I already incubated you. Stop trying to come back in here.
The abyss is mother's womb, and it's like, you don't climb back in. Get out.
Yeah.
So the allyship I associate with fate, right? Where you have like a trust upon the abyss to supply the answers when they're required, right? So instead of actively searching for the answers, there's now a fate relationship, right? Like things will appear when they're needed.
And the way I thought of it is very similar to what you just said, Manuel. For me, because abyss is the realm of possibilities, and he's like, get to the world, but be creative, be innovative, dive into realm of ideas, or into chaotic ideas. So just like pick one chaotic idea, get it out, and bring it outside, and light sunlight upon it, maybe.
Oh, beautiful, Marie. Thank you for sharing
you.
this part of yourself.
I wrote it 2 years ago. Jack,
What?
you okay?
I'm great. I'm great. Yeah.
He's feeling abysmal.
Jack is okay with abyss now. Like, oh, abyss. Like, I was rejecting the abyss.
No. That's not it. I mean, the abyss is. I mean, like you said, I mean, earlier you said something about choices, and I was like, because we can't like, and that was my previous notion of the abyss that thought was being conceived here.
Yeah.
It was you know, the sun and the abyss, right? You can't, like, you got to have both because you got to make choices.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to, do I choose? Yeah.
So the abyss is the place where you get the idea from, right? And the sun is the thing that shoots energy into it, and then the thing can grow.
Yeah,
And
grow.
the sun impregnates it.
Exactly. It's the thing.
Sun does impregnate the abyss.
And it happens in real world
This guy.
through people who further than their own mind. New ideas. Like, for example, I will tag Elon Musk, that's the guy. So the guy is the ultimate guy with furthered mind. So
I
he
just stand up and
contacts
pull down your
both.
pants.
So he gets out. No, it's not below the pants. It happens in the indigo mind. So he is just like that painting. That painting is in the realm of indigo mind. Like it's the top here and maybe that one as well.
Yeah.
So what you do, you further your mind enough to be connected to both sun and the abyss, but you with both feet in the real world. So there's those three you have to be connected to: sun, abyss, real world. So you're in all
And your
those
inner
three.
worlds.
And your inner world should be expanded enough so you're open to all of them, right? That's what the song is about. And then you reach out when you work your mind enough. You're ready for that. You reach out for the abyss, for the egg. Then you get to the sun to bring energy and life into the egg, and then you let it grow into the world. That's my artistic representation of how ideas work.
I like the representation better when you are not a part of the construction and you're just an agent in it. I like that.
Agent. Agent is somebody. Agent could be anyone with open mind. Like open enough mind to receive it. It starts with expanding your own mind. You're the agent, Jack. You're the agent, Manuel.
Is the Matrix
Okay.
real? Oh.
Who cares?
Like imagine, guys, we can create anything you want. You just have to have your mind open enough, and we can do it in this realm, in this world. Like we can manifest anything you want.
I think
Like
we're
all
already
of it.
doing that, Nodrik.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Let's tag more people. Aristotle, come on. Plato.
Plato, you want to come on?
Plato.
We want to talk
Hello.
about the sun a little bit with you.
Hello, let's talk about the self-referential sun. Yes.
By the way, I actually like the entire. I almost did not drop Nietzsche, but I will do it a second time. The abyss reference was based on Nietzsche quote about becoming a monster, but I will just use the beginning of that quote.
When?
Yeah. So.
I will check the quote while Manuel.
Well, Nodrik mutes herself in the mid-sentence.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was kind of gonna summarize the whole song to put it into a cohesive whole, while Nodrik is laughing her ass off. Careful, we will fall into the abyss. So there's this idea, right? Like there's the sun, and then there's the abyss, and they're both sources, right? But they're sources in a different way, right? Like so there's a thing that grants structure, right? Like it grants form, right? And then there's
Mhm.
the thing that allows things to be, and it's important to have the sequence right in your mind, right? Like first you have to have the potential, right? Like you have to have the fertile ground that something can grow in, and it's like a cycle, right? And then you also have to cultivate it, right? Like you still have to build it. Like just thinking of it and then saying it or whatever, or starting it isn't enough, right? You have to also go through the process, and that's a cycle that we're in, right? Like it's a way that we can look at the world, and I think that's important to highlight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Jack.
We are in a cycle. I don't like the idea about the abyss, like nurturing me and caring about me in that kind of capacity. Like it cares for my body, my embodiment to expand and grow, and set the parameters of what I can transcend to. But as far as like developing like my soul, like developing like a mature soul, or I can make the choice. Do I choose this path that's in the way of light, or do I choose this abysmal path? And then my soul matures, and that gets passed on to the next generation. Or I can choose the abysmal path, right? And then this dark soul that's rejected me and sent me out into the world. Now that is passing on to the next generation, rather than the son that's already accepted that I'm birthed, and then just changes me.
Yeah.
Battle not with monsters, lest ye become a monster. And if you gaze into the abyss gazes also into you. The quote that Nietzsche made from Nietzsche. What? I don't get it. When you gaze back into that abyss, gaze into the abyss, it gazes back, and it tells you what you're made of, right? So the abyss is, according to the quote, which I totally butchered, and I'm sorry for butchering.
No, like the abyss rejected you. That's traumatizing. Like you looked into the abyss, you went into the abyss, and it said, "Get out of here."
Yeah, it's fine. I'm okay with that.
It subsumed you. It made you feel comfortable. It got you in there. It was titillating.
It looked straight at me and was like, "You're not worthy out of the beast." Like, get out.
Yeah, get out. That's traumatizing.
No, I'm okay with that. I was like, Abyss, do you want to play? I took it like a challenge.
You've been rejected by your beloved.
No, my beloved is the sun, actually.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
See, yeah, the beloved is the sun. Yes.
Oh my god.
It's
like in that entire song, my beloved was the sun. But I would run to Abyss because I would feel like, oh, if I rejected by the sun, I will be heartbroken and blinded and sad. But if Abyss rejected me, I'm fine with that. Oh my god, we are not tagging. Although,
yeah.
#God.
I mean, God is the only thing that does not reject us.
So the sun?
Sun is not God. Sun. No, sun actually always kind of nurtured me. Every time I would be low energy, I would go into the sun and I would feel massive amounts of energy.
Wait. Oh, the sun is not God because the sun does not interfere. Right.
Sun is this ball of energy. God is everything. God is both the abyss and the sun and the reality. In my mind, a God is anything.
Oh no.
Like I kind of have this omnipotent sense of God, God is not outside. He's like everywhere.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my God, Jack.
Different mindsets, dude.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It sounds a lot like Raviki to me.
Are you tagging for
Somebody's-
fake?
Somebody's been dipping their toes into some pool here. I don't know. But,
I never actually, honestly, it's the ironic thing. Even though I'm a lot on Awakening, I have never seen one full video of John for Wakey. I just can't
don't
bear it
blame
till
you.
the end.
Yeah.
Sorry, John.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, no, it just sounds like this whole, this God that just kind of, it's everything. It does not interfere. It just is, respect it. It's created you, but it's just, it doesn't really, care about you in that sense. It's just up there drinking wine in the sky, eating cheese.
I like how God likes the divine.
Emanating light of truth and beauty onto a cave of a world where we're just enclosed in darkness. Yet
We are just the projections on the wall, the shadows. Like.
It doesn't care to do anything beyond that. No.
Jack, you just described God in Plato's cave.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's why the sun is just like Plato's God, just
no, in the cave, the sun is the fire, right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, because the fire just projects the images. It doesn't actually provide the energy.
No, it does, because there's no energy inside the cave.
But how are there objects and people and all this stuff inside the cave?
No, there aren't. They're just
There's
projections.
No energy.
There aren't objects in the cave. Like, that's the whole point.
They're just shadows on the wall.
But how are the people getting energy?
They're not. They're chains. They're stuck.
Are the chains like IV inserts?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Like, what do you mean?
Like their hats get locked into place that they can't move their neck.
What's giving them energy?
Is it like Matrix? Plato has foreseen the Matrix tubes and shit?
Yeah. Where do you think the Matrix came from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it came from.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for putting some clarity on lyrics that had been bugging me. Manuel, your podcast is really great, and I would ask everyone to subscribe and check it out. Jack, awesome story. Jack Harris, I will provide the links below. And also, if you are a true stalker, he lives in California somewhere, you can find him.
In Southern California. Brought to us
by Free Time.
Yay!
So much editing. Bye. Get some. Bye. If I would gaze up on the sun, wouldn't it make me blind? Or maybe I should look within to further my own mind, my mind. If I would gaze into abyss, we will become a light. It would reciprocate my gaze with its dark, deep, dreamy eyes. What should I do, my dear abyss? abyss. Please help me to survive. Don't fall in me, my dear girl. Go to the world alive, alive, alight, alive, alive, alive.